Because it's not about you. Because anyone can stuff bills in a coffee can. Because someone you know struggles with alcohol, whether you know it or not. Because you want to be the difference in someone's life. Because you want to give a gift that's really worth something. These are just a few reasons to give the gift of sobriety this Christmas. One of the hardest things about struggling with alcohol is that it absolutely surrounds you. It permeates American culture. There's a bar and liquor store on every corner. Alcohol is sold in 7-Elevens, grocery stores, restaurants, sporting events, concerts, casinos, pool halls, bowling alleys, nightclubs. It's just everywhere. And everybody you know drinks. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, your acquaintances, your boss, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your neighbors, everybody's doing it. That's why I'm asking you today to be that person, the one person that isn't part of the problem. I'm asking you to help. Do it for those who struggle with alcohol every day. Do it for those who are surrounded by alcohol every day. Be the one person they can talk to without getting a beer offered to them. Be the one person they can hang out with without fear of being dragged to a bar. Be the one person who won't drink in front of them or without them. Do it for the people who are trying. The people who are fighting an unending battle. Be a wingman. Be a hero. Be a Jedi. Go sober for 1 year. Now, I read a heartbreaking story on a blog the other night about a girl who was in denial about her alcoholism. Her friends would go out and drink without her because they weren't the ones with the problem. She was. They figured they were doing the right thing. As a result, she would be left at home feeling miserable and isolated. She'd either stay sober at home, suffering from insomnia and anxiety and loneliness, or she'd secretly curl up into a wine bottle and drown herself to sleep. Or she'd decide to go out alone sometimes. And she'd have 2 or 5, and then she'd have to find her way back home, sometimes with disastrous results. She'd beg and plead to go out with her friends, telling them, well, come on now, she didn't really have an alcohol problem. See, she didn't want to be left alone. But nobody believed her, and they wouldn't stop going out drinking. So, eventually, she was so lonely and depressed that she attempted suicide. Now look, I know you might not like the idea of giving up alcohol. You might say, well, I don't want to stop drinking. I like drinking. What if I'm out somewhere and I really want a beer? What if I'm at a party? It would be so boring without alcohol. Well, if that's what you're thinking, if you're thinking that giving up alcohol seems a little bit hard to do, then imagine how hard it is to give up alcohol when you have an addiction to it. So that's why I came up with this website. It's called GiftOfSobriety.com. And a lot of what I'm talking to you about today is on there, but I'm going to tell you how it works. Step 1, you make a pledge to stop drinking for a year. Now, anybody can do this, whether you don't drink, whether you drink sometimes, whether you drink on the weekends, whether you drink every day, anybody can participate in this. Step 2, you tell everybody what you're doing. Wear a wristband. Make yourself visible. Because that's how movements work. You got to spread the word and get other people to help. Step 3, don't drink. It's that simple. So, say you're out with your friends and he offers you a beer. Well, you just flash your wristband and say, "Sorry, man, I can't. I'm GOS." So he'll probably stare at you like you just raped his cousin and say, "What? What the fuck is GOS?" And there's your opportunity to tell him. Tell him everything. Tell him your reasons. Tell him why it's important to you. Say, "Hey man, it's not about me. I made a promise." And then look him dead in the eye and tell him, "You don't punk out on your promises." And then order a Red Bull. The key is to talk to everyone about it. I mean everybody. Get your friends to help. If they're really your friends, they probably won't make you go it alone. Alright, now I have no doubt that I'm going to get the question, what about pot? I've been listening to your guys' speeches. And the answer is, I don't care if you smoke pot. I don't care if you gamble. I don't care if you participate in prostitution. I don't care if you drive down the highway 100 miles per hour on a Kawasaki with no helmet on. Well, I care. But this is not about that. This is about alcohol. So whatever gets you through the day without a beer in your hand, whatever you do, if it doesn't involve alcohol passing through your body, all I can say is, thank you. So listen, when you see one of those Goodwill coffee cans this Christmas, you can stuff $1 or $2 in there and try to feel like you did something special. But $2 really isn't worth shit in the long run, and you know that as well as I do. Now, I'm not saying not to give to charities. That's the last thing I want to leave you here with today. But whenever you see one of those coffee cans, I want you to think about what you could be giving. You could be giving yourself. Because if it seems hard for you, it seems impossible for them. Cash is worthless. Action is everything. Do it for someone else. Do it for a family member. Do it for a friend. Or do it for a stranger. Because that's exactly what you're doing when you stuff a crumpled up dollar bill in one of those fight cancer cans. Because it's not about you. It's about them.